Feeling back more Horizon. We're gonna do the quest that I wanted to do when I started this recording session. It's been over an hour since then, but whatever, let's do it. This is the last mission in this area, I believe. So at that point, we will be crossing over into this area, which will be interesting. What is this? There's like nothing there. Interesting.
Aloy! Oh, your timing couldn't be better. Over here! Aloy! Oh, this is a grand day. Greatness is in the air. Or, will be soon.
Greatness, huh?
Behold, I call it Morland's amazing elevating orb, inspired by the floating spheres the Banuk used for their clan contests. When aloft, this grand construction will be a spectacle henceforth unseen by the eyes of the living. Unburdened by gravity, it'll be a floating beacon, drawing people from great distances to our destination of wonders and amusement.
Except...
We're missing one key piece. A mechanical burner. Small, magnificent design. Old world ingenuity at its peak. We found it when we opened up more of the ruins below and discovered numerous statues of strange winged serpents. One such statue had the burner in its mouth. Oh, no doubt part of some ancient fire-filled spectacle. Oh, Aloy. It's perfect for the orb. But a swarm of burrowers chased us out before I could grab it. Could you get it? Please?
Okay, Morland, you got me. I'm curious. I'll get it for you.
I knew I could count on you. Okay. Head down to where we fought that Tide Ripper after you drained all the water. When you get down there, head right and look for a room to the side. The statue you want is up high, looming like a nightmare. Oh, and if you'd like a smoother descent into the ruins, use the elevator. Just head back into the building and go upstairs.
Got it. I'll see what I can do.
Stupendous. Thank you. I await your return.
All right.
I'm just not. I don't know. I'm just like, is there enough?
Right.
Is there enough of a super fan in there, or is this just the guy who's like marking this off of like a list of achievements? Like this is someone that has sort of amassed what I'm assuming is some wealth if you're buying cars at a relatively young age. Like, is this just another notch on your belt, or is this something that you've actually been thinking critically about? And I just don't know if that's the case.
Yeah, I had him as a maybe on my list. I got some good vibes from him, and then like he would throw me off in the next like few seconds of the video. So I feel like I really don't know what his real personality is. I feel like he was obviously trying to like sell us himself, which is obviously what you're gonna do on these intro packages. But yeah, Rob is sold.
Rob signed the lease and everything. It's done.
Yeah, he's done. But yeah, so like it's hard to say. Like Amon said, we don't know how he's actually gonna go into the house. He probably sold himself to casting this way. Wanted to show off, you know, have that like swag and all that sort of stuff, and then he goes in the house. Maybe he's a completely different person. We don't know. At the same time, you know, in my notes I said seems easygoing, open to a showmance, describes himself as energetic, charismatic, and lovable. Don't love how he describes himself as lovable and charismatic, because I feel like you don't describe yourself necessarily as like I'm a lovable guy, I'm a charismatic guy. I feel like everyone else was kind of like either self-deprecating or being like honest about it, like I don't know, passionate or whatever. But saying that like you're lovable is like it just comes across as like fake. I don't know. So I didn't love that. But yeah, so I really don't know what to expect. I had him high up on my list though, because I feel like I too, Rob, was maybe won over by the end. So you know, I really don't know how he's gonna do, but I can see the thing for sure.
Taryn, you've been very quiet about Herman.
Oh hell no! That's why
You don't like him.
What'd I give her?
No, you know what? I actually, I feel like he's going to surprise people that are really down on him. I think that he's not going to be as car salesy as people expect him to be. But I don't know that that's going to be enough if that's the perception that he gives off in any way.
Wait, is
I
this where it
think,
came
you know,
from?
if there
It
is
is.
some
Okay.
kind of bro thing going on, he could probably get in on that. But like, even if he does that make him like you know, who does that make him? Like, hopefully he's not the mark of the group, right? Like,
Right.
you know, so I don't know.
I do like that he said that he would go for HOH week 2. I think that
I
it's
hate
so
that.
interesting how we're seeing a lot of commentary about the first HOH over the past couple of years. Like, now, I guess, like, the meta strategy now is don't go for number 1 because you're going to get your head chopped off. It's sort of returning to that narrative, so I feel like it's sort of
Maybe my focus
bleeding
now.
into this season maybe a little bit. So the
Oh,
fact that
shit.
he doesn't want to go for the first one, he wants to
Bleeding out,
establish something first and then
Get
go
to
for
it.
HOH week 2. I'm like, okay, so maybe he does have his ear to the
Oh.
ground about current conversation. Maybe.
I think he's still in the old conversation.
Yeah.
I
Later days?
And he's okay.
I
He's
think
class.
yeah.
Getting the right answer without doing. Okay, I see what you're saying.
But I don't think it's the right answer.
Yeah, I don't think
either,
it's the right
personally.
answer,
But
Right.
Yeah.
But he's arriving to the same conclusion that some people are arriving to without actually being a part of the conversation. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I just the reservation is strong. I am not looking to purchase any vehicles anytime soon. So I'll walk. I'll be walking this season.
2 cars right here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see if Herman is going to be. Did they give you a car still to win the game?
Did they even give the car BB-Can 5? That was a farce.
He got it.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't
Okay.
seen not one hot. I haven't seen a tire, a door.
Oh,
I haven't
fuck.
seen anything. Is he sold
I
it?
didn't say he kept it.
Gotta take the money.
Okay. All right. With the 8th pick, we come back to Taryn.
Yes. Now I am between 2 people here, but I am not going to.
I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill.
So we're gonna move along, and I'm gonna pick Jay.
What's left on the board?
Speaking of Kevin Martin, Jay said that they want to play like Kevin Martin, except they want to do
Fuck
it better and not be mean, which I was like, what?
I was like, does he know who Kevin Martin is?
Yeah. That's like the last person I would have said was mean on the show.
Did he speak with Karen?
That's what he asked. I think that maybe they got some information from Karen prior to going into the house. Now, Jay...
Knows me that Kevin Martin.
Jay also uses they/them pronouns, so they're gonna go by those pronouns in the house as well, I imagine. I like Jay. I found them to be very entertaining in the intro package. I think that they're going to be somebody that, you know, they're not going to be shy about like talking to people and making bonds and connecting, and I think that's huge. I also feel like physically they seem perfectly capable of, you know, winning competitions, doing all right. Hopefully that's one part of the Kevin Martin strategy that they do want to emulate, is the competition wins. Overall, I feel like I'm excited to see what they are capable of in the house. I think there are a lot of different paths I can see Jay taking in the game.
Yeah, I mean, queer men be doing good on Big Brother Canada now. I mean, what else can you say? So I think that there's a
God damn it.
definitely a lane
Okay,
in
I
which
guess
he
that's
can
fine.
fall, or excuse me, they can fall. And it's just, yeah, I agree. I think that they are very self-assured. They are very aware of who they are, where they fit, and I mean, I think with queer people in general, I think that there's a lot of like
No,
searching
what?
for your tribe,
Okay, that's
searching
not what I
for
want to do.
who you are as a person in this world that seemingly doesn't accept you. I think that a lot of us go through that journey, which would explain why so many of us are as sociable as we are. So I think, you know, if they continue down that path, I think that there's definitely a way in which they can sort of just like get their claws and whatever alliance that they're in and just ride it to the end. And if they are good physically as well, then that's just, you know, the cherry on top. So that was the person who that I was debating. Like, I didn't know if I should go with Jay or if I should just go with Gino. And a piece of me, now that Taron has sort of like given his reasoning, is sort of regretting it a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. Jay was not for me. I just don't see them doing so well, and I don't know. I don't know why. I think like part of it is I think their personality is just so big, and I'm concerned that they're gonna, I don't know, just be a little too much for people. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, I didn't see that there.
They also said that they clash with like certain people. A lot of people doesn't like people who can't be honest, which I feel like is a big thing in Big Brother, and so it seems surprising that they'd be so against people who are lying. I mean, obviously in real life maybe, but especially like in the show, I mean, I don't know. Also, they said they were going to treat the house guests like their cats, which I thought was
a
like
little weird.
Interesting
I was like,
thing.
oh, no wonder Taron chose them then.
Yeah, honestly, go for cats, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like there was just a lot going on in their intro package that I just felt like it's a little much for me, and I feel like it might be a little much for the other house guests. And I just didn't see the strategy and I just didn't see the player there. So I mean, I hope to be surprised, but it wasn't for me. They were definitely they were my first no right away.
But I thought that Jay is a big character and had a lot of jokes and a lot of personality, and I really feel like that Big Brother Canada, I feel like the biggest difference between BB Can and BB US is that I feel like that
what am I doing
so
here?
rich with like big personality, and I feel like that they really, I think that edit the show to that, and they tend to do a lot of stuff with the audience and more stuff with voting, and because it's like some sort of like a self-fulfilling cycle where they really hype up the people who are the biggest characters, and then the audience falls in love with them and their powers. So I feel like that, like the bigger a character you are, I feel like it can play to your advantage in Big Brother Canada.
Yeah, one of the biggest constants for the winners of Big Brother Canada is that none of them are followers. Like even the bros, they really did sort of like lead a middle side of that house. And so, I don't think that Jay is a follower. I think that Jay is going to sort of, march by the beat of their own drum in the house, and I think that's a good thing. Whether it's, in the right, again, similar to Kyle, whether it's in the right direction or not, the fact that they're not going to be like following the whims of other people in the house, I think is going to be good overall.
Yeah, I will say, they definitely had a very big personality, but I think a lot of people on this cast are very high energy, just based on what we've seen, what they've described. So I don't necessarily think Jay is going to stick out as far as like being too like energetic and out there. The other thing I really liked about Jay was, the showing the different sides, joking about all that stuff. I think that they're going to have an easy time getting along with a lot of people. I think, I'm talking about pole dancing being their hobby. I feel like that's low key. We're talking endurance comps here. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jay, clutch one. So I feel like Jay is definitely going to be...
Canada, give us a pole dancing HOH. Give it to us.
Do it. And then talking about the what personality, like the ET Canada interviews, they ask them the same 4 questions, and when you ask someone what personality you're going to clash with, almost everybody has the same answers. Like someone rude, someone annoying, someone that's going to be like...
I hate that question.
Yeah, it's like we're all going to give you the same answer. Like, I'm going to clash with someone who's not nice. Like, of course, we're all going to have that. So I'm excited to see Jay. I genuinely, so the reason I let out this huge, like, frustration is because I'm not mad at getting Jay at the 8th or 9th pick, Like, maybe not, like, 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't have been mad to get Jay at 9 pick. So once again, in the celebrity draft, Misha gets picked right before me. Here, Taron, we need to stop making this happen. Also, the fact that...
Yeah, you chose it.
Hey, listen, don't say that. The fact that Jay's cat
I
is
don't know
named
what I'm
Calvin
doing.
and your cat is named Kellis, this is a little string we need to follow now, for sure.
Kuya, you have the 9th pick.
Yeah, the other thing was that Jay was an easy pick for me. Now it's like I'm in this pool of, do I want this person? I'm just going to go with what I'm vibing. I'm just not going to deep it too much, to be honest, at this point. I'm just going to go with what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Melina. I'm going to go with Melina here. With the 9th pick. Melina is a very confusing pick for me. I'm going to be honest with y'all. First impression I got was very
confused. I'm confused.
Listen, the bios, we talked about how the bios were short this season, how we didn't go with a lot this season. We didn't have a lot to go off of. Melina had very short. Like, ET Canada interview, TikTok, 45 seconds. BB Can video,
Efficient.
$1.30. The bio itself, short. But in the middle of all that, there's some little bits and pieces that I picked up that actually ended up making me like this for Melina here. Tattoo artist turned content creator. You know, what do we know about tattoo artists? They have to sit in the same spot for a long period of time and, you know, focus, hand-eye coordination, do a bunch of stuff. I like that. Content creator, you're out there, you're doing stuff, you're making videos. I feel like content creation is a pretty underrated element to this game potentially. I like that. Does not have roommates. Terrified. My first pick I was like 11 siblings, you've had hella roommates, like you can manage. That terrifies me. Melina also talked about and fired off like, yeah, I don't like this, these annoy me. I thought that was more jokey in the second watch through, or at least I'm hoping. I'm intrigued by Melina though. I really am intrigued by Melina.
What?
And I want to see Melina do well. I feel like at this point, I can't lose with the picks here. I'm happy with this pick. But I'm more curious to hear everyone else's thoughts on Melina because, again, this is the most, like, I don't know pick for me.
Oh, fuck
And
off.
I think that Tiffany in Big Brother 23 was that person where that she had like very, very like short, quick
yes.
vibe. Yeah, she was like a big unknown going into it. It was like, oh, she's 40. Later days, don't pick her. So you never know.
Yeah, I feel like I'm absolutely in agreement. I was very confused by Melina. I feel like just because I don't feel like we got to know her at all. She seems very serious in her interviews and everything, but that could also just be because she's literally getting interviewed and is like not going to play into the whole like I'm dancing, I'm doing this, and like, you know, goofy Big Brother Canada stuff that they make them do. Like maybe that's just like who she is, and she's going to be like fun and sarcastic and cool and whatever in the house. I don't know. And I also feel like a lot of the video
What
was
am I not getting here?
about like her and her sister. Right, it was her sister? Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And so like I feel like we got a lot of that story, but we didn't get really like I didn't really get a feel for how she's gonna play in the house or really what her personality is like. So I really don't know what to expect. She's one of the few people that I didn't write like anything, whether it was a no, maybe, or a yes next to her name. I just have a blank just because I really don't know.
That's what it means.
I hope that she, you know,
I didn't see that.
does well. I guess like we said earlier that this question doesn't mean anything about like who are you to clash with, but she did say she'll clash with most personalities, and I feel like that's maybe a bit of like a red flag there that she said most of them. Like I don't know if I would say I would clash with most people. I would probably say like, you know, like we said, the usual, like mean people, annoying people, whatever, but like most people, I don't know. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see how she gets along with everyone, especially because she doesn't live with anyone.
Yeah, well, I want to add one more thing. She had probably my favorite line in the bios. It was like something you hear in a Game of Thrones promo. She said, you'll have to wait and see as far as what your strategy is going to be, but I will be the girl to make this a women's game. And in my head, I'm like, Khaleesi, the dragons are behind you. You're going to have this game in your hands. I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Well,
Yeah.
spoiler alert, but
I was
Rob, that you can't say that, Rob.
I was like sort of like confused by it because I didn't know what she meant. Like, was she trying to say that she was starting off with Alliance, or was she just saying that she would be the winner, and so that would make it the women's game? Like, I feel like a lot of her answers were all over the place, and you're like, I mean, I know that we are very well aware of the fact that some of these people play into whatever archetype they think that the producers want. And so on one hand, she's like, I want to clash with most personalities. And she was listing off all the types of things that annoy her. She said that most people annoy her, and then she said that her parents annoy her, and then maybe like 5 minutes later she was talking about how she was adopted by her grandparents. I'm like, so were you so annoyed by your parents that you asked to be emancipated and get adopted by? It was just like, and then she's like, it's gonna be a woman's game, baby. I'm like, what is going on, sis? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. It was a very anxious viewing experience the entire thing. So I don't know. Maybe she's hyping it up for the game. Maybe she's just trying to be like that too cool for school kind of girl. She's all tatted up and she's rough around the edges and she can be like a scrappy underdog for the season. Maybe that's what she's trying to do.
Why can't I fast travel
I
out?
don't know though. I just don't know. So we gonna see, I guess.
Yeah, she was my wild card pick, and I probably would have grabbed her.
Oh, it's
if
the
she was
ladder.
still on
That's
the
what it is.
board when it came back.
Okay.
But I mean, I think wild card is the right way to describe her because I could really see her being the first one out. I could see her just not fitting in with the group, and this is Priya's face.
I mean, we could be completely off base here. Maybe the begin like we say the disclaimer abound. The beginning could just be.
Well, on the other side of it, I think she could be amazing. I think I think there's something about her, and that thing will either make her great, or I think it will get her out early. My hope is that she doesn't fall anywhere in the middle.
Yeah, and I don't think that she will. I think that she is sort of. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Oh.
I am getting a little
what the
bit of
fuck?
Victoria, just a little bit. Just whereas
Victoria.
Victoria, I think they're like two sides of the same coin. Like Victoria's like that happy-go-lucky. Oh my god, yeah, we're gonna play this game, but screw you, bitch. I feel like Helena's more like, yeah, screw you, bitch, but I'm gonna play this game. Like I just feel like they're both like evil sisters, twisted sisters, and one might be able to make it far, and the other might just be the way of the buffalo. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay. All right. We go from Melina to Melissa.
Oh,
With the 10th
wow.
pick.
Actually, my second pick is still on the board, so
Oh, your
I'm
second pick
feeling
overall.
good. Yeah, although
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is that I don't think any of you guys would want to pick this person. So I think like I was putting them up there because I figured like
Was it like JC
I
Lynn?
figured I wouldn't get my first pick, Kyle. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna go with like random people that you guys probably
Okay.
won't go for. I guess it's not really random because I'm excited about her. So I'm gonna pick JC
Good
Lynn.
use of this.
Oh, it is. Okay.
I am very excited about her. She reminds me so much of my old roommate. And like I just really honestly
Did you get it?
I
Do you have
hope
the
that
device?
she's like
Oh,
my
please say you
old
do.
roommate because my old
Oh, we're
roommate has
so
a great
close to
personality.
something
But it's very similar to this where
Here you go.
first impressions
Yes.
you're like, oh,
Yes.
this girl is all about
Thank
looks and guys and blah
I hope
blah
getting it
blah.
wasn't too
But
much
actually
trouble.
is like a fighter and actually has a really great like sense of humor and everything. And I could get like glimmers of that when I was watching her in her
Who's
interviews. And
left?
I guess I
Need to
feel
cinch up the
like
blaze
there's
and
like
away
Beth
we go.
Yeah,
like
Betty.
upside, I guess. I
Kevin.
feel like she reminds me a lot of her as well, and I really liked her.
Stephanie.
And then I liked
Summer.
how she is talking about. First of all, she says she has an athletic side, and she also
Some more.
wants to use a guy to win comps.
I don't know why I'm even playing this process.
How can I say no to that?
Who else is there? Helena. And one other person.
What was that?
Nah, nothing to worry about. We have a sturdy tether connecting us to the ground. Pure Oseram craftsmanship. Well, time to give it a little flame. Aha! We ascend!
Who's the other person?
Behold,
I genuinely don't remember
world
anymore.
beneath our feet. Ah, the sky at our fingertips.
Oh, Marty.
Burner heats the air inside, which gets lighter than what surrounds it. So we rise.
Indeed. We're powered by
Still
hot
over an
air.
hour left of this
Just
podcast.
like Stemmer. But don't tell me. We are on the cusp of history. The first successful Oseram flight.
There have been other attempts?
Oh yeah! The history of Oseram flights is fascinating. And, you know, violent and frequently incendiary.
I feel like you should have mentioned this before.
Ah, the others failed because their machines were too heavy and complex. They were begging to crash. Not here. Just a pilot compartment, blaze, a burner, the orb, and a tether. With simplicity, there is perfection. Well, at least, you know, less chance of exploding. You know, if Abaddon were here, he'd be drunk like a wastrel, crippling fear of heights. That said, he gets poetic when drunk. He has evocative rhymes about all his various ledgers. A little-known fact, Oseram poetry started as work songs in forges around the claim. Ah, just a bit of turbulence. We shall tame these wild skies yet.
This feels like more than turbulence.
For the record, that was not part of the planned aerial experience.
What is that?
Yeah, I think our tether just came undone.
Moreland!
What's going on?
That's just a small step.
Is this just a sandstorm, or are we like actually being attacked?
Worry about! I can fix this. I can fix it. I can. Rising gases! It's gonna hit us! Stay back! No! Hey, go away! Go! Shoot!
There's really more of this?
I have to get to him.
Okay.
Gotta follow his voice.
Where are we in the open worlds? Interesting.
I'm stuck on the other side. I've gotta clear out these machines.
So you have to kill them. I wouldn't have done that if I knew that. Fuck off. Alright, you know what? Let's go back to the podcast.
Interested in like doing the showman's thing, so I think that's a good strategy for her, and I could see it working out well. I honestly, I just really liked her personality, so I'm hoping that she does well, and that it is really like how I'm thinking she might be, and that the whole like I'm just a cute girl looking for a showman's is kind of just like what she's giving to production. So we'll have to wait and see, but I really liked her stuff. I'm interested.
She says she's single and ready to mingle, Melissa.
Yeah, and in Big Brother Canada, that's good news.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be ready to mingle. JC would have been my pick after Melina. Primarily because she seems to be a fan of the game, and I like what she said about wanting to play like Paris, like she had an understanding of Paris's game, which is probably more than most of the people that spoke in that video did about anybody's game. So I appreciated that.
When that maelstrom hit us, everything fell apart. I remember dropping, and then you tumbled out, and...
It's okay. We're alive.
You know, in terms of Oseram aviation, we're pioneers. And they say it's a cursed field of study.
Do you need help getting back to camp?
Yeah, no, I can make it. But I need to get the burner.
This wind's blowing strong.
It fell off when we were
I gotta
attacked.
stay upright.
I can replace everything else. Except that.
Okay, let's go.
Did you have any idea what hit us?
But I do have some reservations, primarily because she is young, which...
Woof. Hideous machine. Well, at least it vanished with the storm.
time is it? It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh. Aloy, would you mind finding a way across? All we need is something to bridge the
I think
gap.
I found us a bridge.
You know, could be an issue in the cast. I mean, not too young. You know, 24, not
Early
bad.
days.
But even though she's 24, I mean, in the videos, like, she comes off as a little bit younger, not in a bad way, but I do think that it could theoretically hurt her game. And, you know, Beth upside to me is kind of Beth downside.
Why don't you go on the block, Beth?
It's not.
I like that.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, even just for the memes, I feel like at some point something's gonna just.
Do you want me to put that up?
Put her up. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like there could be something here, but I'm skeptical. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I did say this on the first impressions. The minute she brought out the competitive figure skating, I was like, I've been burnt by this once.
Yeah.
Not doing this pick. I think the Paris thing, which is the last video I saw, that was the best part of it. And I want to preface this, Melissa, by saying I don't think she is your old roommate, because I'm not disparaging your roommate. I've never met your roommate. But I was very, I don't know, she's like, she comes in 24 years old, younger part of the cast. But unlike Kyle, I think she will seem more like the youngest than Kyle may have. And as far as some of the stuff she mentioned in her strategies, go inside, play both sides, manipulate people. And then also a fact about me that surprises people is I have a short temper and very little patience. Those are not good qualities for me when it comes to Big Brother. If you're short temper and little patience, like, you're not winning Buzzkill. That's not for you. You're not winning Endurance. That might not be for you. But I think she's physically capable of doing a lot. Comes from Thunderbee, Ontario. Talked about hiking, snowmobiling. I think she's gonna, you know, have the physical stuff down. But I don't know if I can see her playing both sides and manipulating people. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, the showman's thing is cause for concern, but also can be of great help. I'm literally relying on it for one of my picks. So I think that there is definitely a lane of success there. I mean, ice skating is no joke. I just got done watching some of the Winter Olympics. Those people be going through it, okay? And the fact that she took a blade to her leg, I'm like, and she's still standing. Okay, the girl is literally willing to do anything to compete. She said that she's competitive. She said that she flips tables over board games. So I want to see that kind of energy. I want to see someone that just wants to continuously fight for the win. Maybe there's a little bit of a Kayla energy lying deep beneath that sweet, bubbly ice Disney princess persona. So I'm kind of surprised that she fell this far. I think that she's probably one of the top picks, at least for the women. So I probably would have snatched her up if she was still around. So I'm excited by the pick. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Like, her wanting to be like Paris is that's exciting. That's exciting. Like, because Paris, I think still to this day, I mean, even through all of the coverage of RHAP and the online community, I think that Paris's game is severely underrated. So anyone that likes Paris, that's a good sign to me.
Okay. Everybody has 2 picks at this point. We have 1 round left in the draft. Okay? Amon is going to be up with the next pick. Then me, then Taryn, then Puya, then Melissa. Let me tell you who's left on the board. Okay. We have, still on the board, Betty, Helena, Kevin, Marty, Summer, and Stefan.
I feel like Summer's still there.
Okay.
I don't think Summer's gonna do that well, but it's not like a monitor.
I think I know what I'm going to do. But a piece of me thinks this person is an icon, but also is like, ew.
Oh,
Just,
Ew. Let's just pause on that for a second. This person is an icon, but this person is also like, ew.
And she's ew, or she is ew because of what she did. But that's also what makes her an icon.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's Summer.
I'm gonna go with Miss Summer Sales.
Summer Sales.
No ew detected. That was all icon. to me. That was all icon to me.
Maybe it's just the super fan in me. Maybe it's because I have a personal axe to grind because I have people that have said the same shit to me. Oh, but the fact that she went ahead and applied to be on the show, not even being a fan of the show, only to one up the coworker that she doesn't like, is just so iconic. But it also makes me want to just send her hate mail. I am just like, really, girl?
Spot welding. Assuming the ground doesn't open up and swallow us, I'm gonna say we're finally safe. Yet again, you risked your life for me and my ambitions. I wish I had Stemmer's words to thank you properly. If it helps, you've inspired me to draft up a new improved orb. Something that unites spectacle and survival.
I'm honored, but I think I'll let Abaddon and Stemmer have the next flight.
I'll see you back at the camp. There's so much to think about, so many ideas to explore. Until we meet again, may your tools never break, and may your imagination never find its limits.
You too, Morland.
Alright, so that's that.
That is some of the most vindictive.
Can you tell that story real quick, Amon?
So she said in her
So that's
interview
that.
the
So
only reason that
we're
she
ready
applied to
now.
be on the show is because there's a coworker of hers that she does not like, and that coworker is a super fan of the show, and so she has decided to apply so that she could get one up on her. And not only does it stop there, but in her intro package, she's like, hello, it's me, I'm on your TV screen, clearly sending a message to the coworker that she does not like.
Did her coworker apply? Did she take her spot, or is she just ruining the show for her
I am
coworker?
assuming
The latter.
The way that she described it, I mean, at least that's the way I'm taking it. I think that her coworker probably has applied to be on the show. I don't know if she's applied
Meanwhile,
this year.
her coworker is in Puya's DMs, like, hey, just so you know, my coworker is like, she's really annoying.
I feel like
She's so stupid.
I feel like that there's a shot that's what's going on here. I am sure that there's probably a casting director that was like, okay, so who is your coworker? And they go into the list of applicants, and they're like, okay, got it, you're on the show. Let's see how this pans out when you get home. I think that is amazing, and it's
actually, no,
also
let's
just
not
grinding
go
it's
right
burning
away.
my
Let's
ass
do
just
this.
a little bit, because if people have said the same stuff to me, and it is so petty, it is
Don't
so
do
vindictive,
Warrior
it's so
Survivor.
effed up, and I just won't stand for it.
Wait, what
I
do
also
people
live
say
for
to
it.
you, Amon?
People tell me all the time, oh, I'm just going to get on the show just so that you have to deal with me being on the show. Because I
All
don't
the
even
time?
really-
People tell you?
Yes! So I am having a visceral reaction to this, and I know that probably isn't the best way to enter a draft pick, but I also find it the fact that she
I'm debating over
actually
whether or
able
not to go
do
one
it,
more or
I
not.
find it
It's 2
just
o'clock in the
the right
morning.
amount of petty that I'm like,
So it's already
I wanna
like
see what the hell
decently
you do with your
late,
chance now.
but
You done did it, girl.
I might
You did
do
it.
one more.
Mission accomplished.
You should tell them that,
So,
listen,
well,
I don't
thanks for
need you to
watching.
do that. Big Brother does it on its own.